A lot of the positions we worked today ended up leading to a swim move, and the swim move always leads to spiderweb. Spiderweb is a position in my system that, for me, it's my most dangerous position. More dangerous than the back, more dangerous than the twister, the truck, the mount, of course, side control. The spiderweb is my most dangerous position. There's a lot of guys that I get their back, and I'm pretty good with the back. I'll choke a motherfucker. My back is top notch. But when you're attacking the back, your opponent has both his hands, he has his shoulder, and his chin to defend. There's a lot of things you got to get in there. You know, you got to. He's got a lot to work with, and there's a lot of guys comfortable. They give up the back. They know exactly. They've been there so much. You know, it's hard to get in there. You know, but when you have spiderweb, and you're good at spiderweb, his shoulder and his chin don't come into play. Like from half guard, the drowning wizard ended up using the swim move, which the deep hook is the most important part of the swim move, flipping the guy over. This deep hook holds everything together. From the Jew claw, the drowning Jew, swim move, back to spiderweb. From the rubber guard, from the invisible collar, we underhooked his right arm, brought his arm over, put the deep hook in, swim move, spiderweb. We can get to the spiderweb from lots of positions. From the mount, if he's covering up from punches, immediately we have the deep hook in, spiderweb. If I'm setting him up for a slow triangle, and I'm here in the gangster lean, and he gets his right arm through, deep hook, spiderweb. Very common. Deep hook, spiderweb. If I'm in the mount, and he bridges over his left shoulder, deep hook, swim move, spiderweb. And I have his back. And I can't choke him. I'm down here. Deep hook, chin behind the neck, spiderweb. If I have his back this way. Want that deep hook? If I'm attacking this arm, this is going to be this deep hook, so he's defending. He's got both hands on my wrist. Bring this leg over, squeeze here, grab the hook here, switch the hook here, spiderweb. That's my goal. Getting that deep hook, getting the spiderweb. That's a whole book in itself. So really, forget about the half guard, forget about the rubber guard, the twister, all that. That's what that really is all about, is getting to this position. Because once I'm in spiderweb here, and I'm controlling his legs here, I got the guy. I'm very, 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 very good from here. This is my spot. I'd rather do the twister when I compete, because it just looks cooler. Getting an armbar from here, no one remembers that. But this is the most effective, for sure, this position here. And if you're fighting in Japan, you're doing MMA, I mean, you could just tee off on a guy right here, just blow his whole face up and take that arm. But once you're in spiderweb, you have to master 6 or 7 different ways to tap him. And again, his shoulder and his chin are not a problem for you. It's just his grip, the way he's holding his hands together. That's it. And once the reason I'm controlling his leg here, and I'm not doing this, which a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu players do, is now he can get up on his knees and his legs are free. Now he's back in the guard. It's a lot easier for him to get back up into the guard. So, I like to hook. If I'm attacking his right arm, deep hook with the left. If I'm on the other side and attacking his left arm, deep hook with the right. I'm controlling the legs here. That's what it looks like. Now here, this is the beauty of this position. is my go-to move from here is the arm crush. Because right here, the last thing he wants to do is straighten out his arm. He's doing everything he can not to straighten out his arm. Well, the arm crush needs him to keep his arm bent. So flexibility is key. But if I bring this leg over here, this deep hook is important. You can't have a deep hook here. It's not a deep hook here. It's not going to work with the arm crush. It's got to be deep, and he's defending. Flip this leg over just like that, over the wrist that I'm attacking. Now keep my back straight, just crush him. The arm crush is huge. That's my go-to move. I tap more people with arm crushes than anything else. I get to this position, I just... And now, the defense to the arm crush is him straightening out his leg, or his arm. So if I'm here, now he wants to straighten out, he wants to push it through. If he pushes it through, anticipate the arm bar. Don't let go of this leg. This leg comes over here, and you arm bar him with one arm, with your elbow. So we're here, bam, bam. Either I tap him here, or he lets go of the arm and I take the arm bar. That little transition needs to be mastered. Flexibility is huge. A lot of guys will have to go. You need your flexibility. You got to be able to just pop it over. Not everyone can do that. That's why it's not a popular move. A lot of guys will do the arm crush this way. It's a different way here, but I like coming over this side, coming over and under his neck and squeezing everything, keeping my back straight. I make a karate chop like this and just turn to my left and pull. From here, if he blocks, if he's hip to your system, and he knows you're going for the arm crush, he's caught, he knows he's caught in Spiderweb. He knows you're going to go to the arm crush. When you flip this over, he blocks. He brings this arm up high and he's blocking. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to poke my foot through. Now I can let go of his leg. Now I want him to roll into me. He rolls into me, triangle. So here, that's all it is. Just either arm crush, poke my foot through. He might even block the triangle too. He's blocking both. Oh, then I put this one through. Now he's still holding on. Now I put this through here. Now I straighten out the legs. That is the X break. So it's arm crush here. He blocks. Can't get the triangle. He's got to keep this tight. You got to keep that tight. If I can't get this in, if I can get this in or this in, this is in, I go to the triangle. If this is in here, go to X break here. I could even let go of that leg, bam. But it's better to hold on to the leg. Got to get good at arm barring with the inside of your elbow. You got to control it, squeeze the knees together. Don't want to let go of that leg unless you have to. So we got the arm crush, the triangle, the X break, and the slide. The slide is classic Jiu-Jitsu 101, which is awesome for this system because you don't have to let go of the leg. Deep hook. You got to pull him up, pull him up. The inside of my elbow is on the inside of his elbow. So then we slide up to his elbow now, or to his wrist. The inside of my elbow is on his wrist now. Now we kick him down, pull up. Classic Jiu-Jitsu. Carlos Machado, Fernando Vasconcelos, basic. We're here, pick him up. He wants to come up, but I'm hooking his leg. He can't come up all the way. So now I slide it to his wrist and kick him down. Again, I'm not letting go of his leg. That's the slide. And another little trick, backtracking a little bit to the triangle. The guy's hip to the triangle, he fucked up. He knows you're trying to arm crush. He knows you're trying the triangle, but he couldn't block the triangle. Now, he's not going to raise his head. Can't do a triangle. So what do you do now? Switch the hooks, and it's okay. You don't need to hold those legs anymore. You want him to come up now. You wish he could come up. So, but he knows that. So now, originally, I was doing this so he wouldn't come up to his knees. But if I had this leg through, I want him to come up now. He's gonna fall right into the triangle, but he knows this, and it's very hard to get this leg under. And a lot of times I'd be stuck here. I'm like, damn, he sees the triangle, his head is bolted to the mat. So from here, I'll come under his neck here and grab my wrist. Then here, bam, I just pull it back, triangle or arm bar. So if we're stuck here, can't get under there, he doesn't want to come up, just get under his neck, grab your wrist, your ankle, pull him up, or get up on top and pull him up. Get him in a triangle. We're here, I got this through, he's not coming up, and I'm here, grab that ankle, triangle, or this one I got the idea from Filho. I don't remember exactly how he does it, but this can end a couple different ways. I'm here in Spiderweb, and he's doing a good job. He's doing this control here, and he's got his hand under my hamstring here, which is great control. This is a great blocker here. That stops him pretty good. But I have this leg here, so what I'm gonna do is unhook here, reach and grab his wrist here, bring him down. Then once I control that wrist, then I can take the arm bar here. So instead of letting go of the leg, keep controlling that leg and bring it up. Grab that wrist, control that wrist just for a little bit, and bring that arm in. He's blocking real nice. I unhook. No, keep this tight. If I can grab that wrist, pull him down, and this comes inside, arm bar. All those ways to make him tap from Spiderweb are the ones I showed you. I didn't have to let go of his leg, except for the triangle. You didn't have to, but you'd rather. But now, if none of those work, now we have to let go of the leg and take a chance. My go-to move when nothing else is working, and I have to let go of that leg, is the Silverado. I got, to begin with, my deep hook is nice and deep. The inside of my elbow is on the inside of his elbow. This is not a deep hook, this is nothing. It's gotta be deep, you gotta reach for your hip. He's trapped. From here, if I can't pull the slide, he's blocking everything, I'm gonna go to the Silverado. I'm gonna slide the inside of my elbow to his wrist, make room for a downward elbow, it's not a gable grip, this is one of the rare times when my thumbs are open. I guess you can do this. I guess you can. You know what, I just changed it right now on tape. It's actually better. I never went to a full grip, but this is way better, way stronger. Holy shit, this is way better. Okay, we're changing it. Sliding the inside of my elbow to his wrist, downward elbow here, full gable grip, and just twist. And take that arm. Nothing's working, I gotta make a move. A good idea would be to get nice and tight, do a leg curl, give him no space to move, slide up to his wrist first, bring my chest up, close so he can't escape, slide that elbow in, gable grip here, and twist and torque. One more time. Silverado. Now the last move is the chamber lock. It's a move one of my top students, Jason Chambers, came up with. I let go of the leg, bring my outside leg over, kind of like the arm crush here. Instead of doing this, we're going to do this, but now we're going to do a toe hold on ourselves and bring it down and smash his forearm this way. Real quick, from here, bring this over, smash his forearm with a toe hold that you're giving yourself. chamber lock.
The number one thing that you have to do is it's very important to work on your flexibility. That's very, very important. If you're not a flexible person, you're never going to be able to incorporate that in your game. But you can get flexible. Everyone can get flexible. We look at it as like some insurmountable obstacle, but it's the most surmountable obstacle. You just got to put in the pain and the reps. That's all it is. It's way easier to get flexible than it is to get strong. Getting strong is a lot of work. You gotta fuck your body up. You gotta get your body to go, hey dude, we need to grow. We're gonna be carrying these fucking heavy things every day. You gotta do squats and fucking cleans and shit. You gotta get your body to think, fuck, I gotta grow. You gotta force food down. You gotta constantly work it. And if you stop doing that, you stop lifting, you'll start shrinking. Your body's like, we don't have to be this big. But flexibility, man, it's all just push. Every day, just push a little more. Get yourself nice and warmed up, get on the treadmill, break a sweat, do whatever you gotta do, and fucking hold it, man. Hold a deep stretch. Stretch that shit out. Stretch this way and pull the legs in here and stretch this way and push the knees down, you know, with the feet together. You gotta work on all that shit. You gotta develop hip flexibility, hamstring flexibility. There's a move that I do, the Taekwondo pass. Eddie calls it the Taekwondo pass, because very few people can pull it off, and it's all just from being able to throw my leg up like this in Taekwondo. But if I'm in side control and someone's got like a hook on this leg, I can free my leg out. I can pull it out, and it's all flexibility. And then put it over, and then I'm in side control. Like if I'm in half guard, and he's got like one butterfly, I can just get that sucker loose. And that's all just flexibility. So there's stuff that you can do if you become flexible that you can't do now. It's very possible, but it might take 6 months. But you gotta fucking force that shit, and that's what nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to feel that pain, like that hamstring stretch when you're fucking burning and you're pulling your toes, you're like, and you're sitting here and you're trying to breathe. That sucks. That's a shitty feeling. Nobody likes it, so nobody holds it. But do that. Then just practice the move.
The escapes I've been using over the last few years, the escapes from the mount, escapes from side control, even the escapes from the back, were all based around my flexibility and my short legs and the dexterity of my legs. Otherwise, my escapes would be absolutely zero. I mean, my defense has never been my forte, and I've never been known for defense, but I've always had some wacky, crazy, unorthodox escapes. The most popular one being the jailbreak, which can get me out of side control. There's two variations of the jailbreak. The guy has some side control here. I'm blocking him out here. This requires a lot of flexibility. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my forearm, my right forearm, is checking his shoulder or his hip here, keeping him from going to north-south. And without, being real sneaky, you don't want him to turn into judo side control, because that could stop everything. If he turns into this, then there's no more jailbreak. So you got to catch him quick. I'm going to grab my own foot here, stick it in as a butterfly, and now I'm going to push. Now we sit up. Now I'm in the cocoon. Again, if he smells it out and he knows your system, he's going to go to judo side control, side headlock, and now the jailbreak's not going to work. So from here, keep my right forearm into his hip. I'm going to grab my foot, put it in to a butterfly position, push him away. We sit up right into the cocoon, and all the options from here. Right into the butterfly. Now, it's another variation. We can also, instead of using this hand to grab my foot, I can use this hand to go underneath, grab the foot here, pull it in, end up in the cocoon again. Instead of using this foot, I could just dedicate this hand to the overhook to make sure he doesn't escape. Once I put him into the cocoon, my inside hand comes in, pulls the foot through. We're in the cocoon. Swim through. the cocoon. You could also do the jailbreak if he has traditional jiu-jitsu side control as opposed to head and arm control here. If he has, this control too, if you're flexible, you can do the jailbreak on his arm and push off, then end up in open guard. You probably won't have control of his upper body, but you will be out of side control. He's got you in control here. You bring his foot under, hook him at the armpit, and now you're at least in open guard and you don't have to deal with side control. One more time. Here, hook that arm. Another escape from side control is the flow. Side control here. Can't really get the jailbreak in. So I'm going to get to my side, hook his leg here, lift him up, and put the bottom butterfly in, push, and now we're in the cocoon again. Flexibility, very important in this one. So I'm in side control here, turn to my side, hook this leg here, lift it up, feed it to my left butterfly, push him, pull my right leg out. We got the flow. Side control, blocking him out, hook, lift it up, feed the bottom hook. Now we're in the cocoon. This next escape is also from side control. It's called the tunnel. Very similar to the flow, but from here, I'm blocking them out, making them think that I'm not going for the jailbreak. Like, my block is too high to put a jailbreak in, but I'm going to go underneath, hook underneath. Now, once I got him underneath, I push back to the cocoon. Very similar to the flow, except I'm not hooking the outside part of his leg. I'm blocking him out, and I'm bringing my butterfly underneath. Pushing again with my right forearm, back to the cocoon. Blocking them out, get underneath, to the cocoon. Blocking them out, get underneath, get a strong butterfly, push into the cocoon. This next escape is called 25 cent because you escape from being side controlled into quarter guard. Here's 25 cent. So we're in side control here, and I'm just going to reach, and if I can just reach and grab his foot, now I'm in quarter guard here, and then from here I can twist that quarter guard and get into half guard, or it might be really hard to get into half guard from quarter guard, but quarter guard is better than being side control. So that's why I call this one 25 cent. So we're here, I'm trying to make sure he doesn't mount. We're blocking the mount here. This leg reaches over. If you can just hook that foot, and now you got that foot between your knees, and now you're in quarter guard. And from here, hopefully, you can work that into half guard, and then you work your options from half guard. Very important transition. One more time. So we're here, can't get my jailbreak in, so I'm going to reach over, hook his foot. At least I got quarter guard here. And from here, hopefully you can get to half guard. Now the next couple of escapes are going to be from when you're mounted. Again, flexibility and leg dexterity is huge. The first one is escape from Alcatraz. I'm in the mount. The key position here is my elbow, checking his left leg or his right leg. If his legs are high on me, this is not going to work. I can't hook any legs. I need him down. I need to keep his hips down with my elbow. I'm going to straighten out one leg, my left leg, The leg that I'm gonna hook is the one that I want down. I really don't care too much about his left leg. So I'm here, I'm T-Rex, protecting myself, keeping that hip down. I'm gonna keep my left leg straight, and I'm gonna hook under his right ankle here. So we gotta be able to do this. You have to have flexibility. Once I hook here, goes right into the lockdown, double underhooks. The game changes. So if you got your lockdown game together, if you got a good half guard game, and you got this move down, you can go from the mount to some serious game because you already have the double underhooks and you're right in the lockdown. One more time. I'm in the mount, make sure you're T-Rex in, but you're keeping that knee down, straighten out this leg, come underneath, hook, lift it, right until double underhooks lockdown. So he's in the mount, make sure he doesn't get a high mount, keep my left leg straight, this leg comes underneath, lift it, make room for the lockdown. Double underhooks. Now this escape is a basic jiu-jitsu escape. It's one of the most common escapes from the mount that Jean-Jacques uses, and it's very similar to escape from Alcatraz, except you're hooking over his foot instead of under. And it requires, it doesn't require as much dexterity or flexibility as escape from Alcatraz. So this is an escape that's going to be more common to most jiu-jitsu players. So I'm in the mount, same rule applies, is keeping his knees down, his hips down, straighten out one leg, and instead of coming underneath, you just come over the top and you go to quarter guard here, and you push your hips and you shrimp to half guard. Very simple escape. You're mounted, your elbow is keeping his hip down, still you're protecting yourself from arm bars and possible punches. So you're here, you reach over, grab his foot, you're in quarter guard. Now you hip escape to the other side, lock down, double underhooks. I like escape from Alcatraz better because it takes you right into the lockdown quicker, and then your opponent has less time to react, as long as you have the flexibility and the dexterity. But the Guantanamo is what I named that move. I don't know if it has a name, but I called it Guantanamo because it had a jail theme, you know? Now, when you're going against an opponent that's very good at defending the rubber guard, and you're not throwing punches, it's a lot harder to counter his counter. And every move has a counter, and there is no guard that's unstoppable out there. And yes, the stack, if you got a good stack, you are going to stop every guard. You're going to stop any kind of guard, unless you're playing a guard that has no offense. If you decide to go, you know, if you just put both feet on the hips and you're going double wrist control guard, yeah, that's stopping the stack, but you have low percentage finishes. So it's a give and take. It's definitely stopping the stack, but it's really like a zero guard or very low percentage guard. So if you are getting stacked, you have to, if the guy's stack is good enough, that means he's putting all his weight on you, which means you have to abort the rubber guard sometimes and put the feet on the hip real quick and sweep them over the top of your head, or go right to butterfly guard and start working the butterflies. That'll get him to put his weight back down, and then you go back to the rubber guard. You know, so you got to go. That might work, it might not work. So if a guy has me, Dean stacking me here, I got mission control, and he's got all his weight and he's stacking me. From here, you know, if I can get the zombie here, that's good. Now he stacks me, tries to stack me. He's still stacking me. With that zombie, I'm still pretty good right here. If I can't clear the neck, if he doesn't let me clear the neck, then I go to crackhead control here, or go right to an armbar here. It all depends on how good the stack is. If he's up on both feet and he's pushing all his weight in and I can't do anything, I'm stuck here, then I got to go to butterfly guard here and start taking him over the top. So the counter to the stack can be going right to butterfly guard and sweeping them. It can be putting both feet on the hip and stacking me again. He's putting all his weight on me, all his weight on me. He's digging into me. I can't do anything. Put both feet on the hips, take him over the top. He's driving all his weight into me. Again. Got him in the rubber guard. He's stacking me. He's got all his weight on top of me. Got one foot on the hip. I can't do it. I can't clear the neck. He's blocking everything. Then from here, both feet on the hip. Take him over the top. Or he's stacking me. He's got all his weight. I can't clear the neck. Can't do shit. I mean, from here, it would be nice. The stack doesn't stop you from doing a zombie, but it stops you from going any further, really. You're stuck here. So from here, I'm gonna go butterfly guard, and I got this overhook. Take him over the top. That's why butterfly guard is very important in the 10th planet system. Because the rubber guard doesn't work all the time. No guard does. Most guards work 5% of the time. So if your guard works 11% of the time, that's pretty damn good overall. You know, you're just raising the percentages. We're not judging a guard by, you know, the fact of whether it works 100% of the time or not. Nothing does. You know, if your guard worked 38% of the time, that would be monstrous. That would be huge. You know, it's almost half the time. Or 1 out of 3 times someone's in your guard, you either sweep them or finish them. That's a dangerous guard. Because right now in MMA, it's a lot less than that. So it's all about improving the percentages. And also, if the guy is stacking me, I can go, he's stacking me here, and I got crackhead control, and he's putting all his weight. If I can bump him up once, if I could bump him up and push that elbow in, right here, now he's stacking me. Now that stack doesn't mean that much. See what I did? He's putting all his weight on me, and I got crackhead control. Can't really do anything. He's putting all his weight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm squeezing my legs together. I just need to lift him up maybe 5 inches and then push that elbow in and let him drop again. He's got all his weight on me. So I push him up, push that elbow in. Now he's got all his weight, but it's okay if he has all his weight because now I'm gonna throw him that way. We turn that into a pump. You gotta have that pump down. He's got all his weight on you, and all you're doing is lifting him up for just a split second, pushing that elbow in, and he comes back down. Now that elbow's in. Now we deep hook it and spin. Now it doesn't matter if he's stacking you, because once you have that deep hook in, you want him to stack you. It makes it easier for him to get tossed. All right, so if the guy is pulling out, here's another troubleshooting question. If you have the guy in mission control here, and he decides just to slide out, he's just popping out and pushing out, and guys always slide out. Well, what's happening is, first of all, your legs aren't tight enough, but in order for him to slide out, that means his elbows have to come in for a second to slide out. So when he's pushing out on you, you gotta go immediately to the arm bar. It's gotta be quick. He pushes out, right here. See how I turn? He slides out. The movement of my legs was like this. And now he's gonna defend that arm. He defends that arm, and now we're here. So if he's here, and you have a weak mission control, and he's pulling out, attack that arm, shift your hips, lock his shoulder. His elbows are in, lock that shoulder, take the arm. But again, nothing's gonna work all the time. People are gonna bust out of your guard, whether it's rubber, plastic, spider, whatever. They're gonna bust out. All I'm trying to do here is figure out, ways to raise the percentage. Nothing's gonna work all the time. And, Dean fought Nate Marquardt in the UFC, and Nate obviously did his homework. He studied the rubber guard, and he knew, just like anybody that trains with me, that starts working with punches and in the guard, we all figured this out real quick. If you're in the guard and you're throwing punches against a rubber guard guy, you're gonna get fucking caught. If you're caught in the rubber guard and you throw punches, man, you better hope that one punch knocks the guy out, because that's what you want. You want a guy to throw punches. Then you get that hand on the mat, and then they're all wrapped up. But if he stays tight, he's got both his hands on your bicep, or he does the home alone, you know, and he doesn't do anything, you get stifled. You're not getting hit, but you're not doing anything. The key here is you might have to open up and start throwing punches, and when you see that opening to get mission control and get that zombie going, it's gotta be bam, 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 quick. You can hit a guy for mission control, pop him, pop him, pop him, pop him, pop him, and his right arm is right here. You could pop him, and as soon as he pops you back, real quick, clear the neck. You know, you just wanted that open. That's all you wanted. So if the guy's stifling you like Nate Marquardt did, Dean was already kind of hurt. He got hurt standing up, so when he was in mission control here, he really didn't do much. And there was a lot of quick stand-ups in that fight. But notice now there's not that many stand-ups. Made a big stink about it. Right here, Nate was doing a good job. So right here, what you do, just start opening up and start punching. Even if you have to punch him 25 times to make him move, you keep punching, 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 and then finally, bam, you're here. That's all you wanted. And then bam, right here. Now we're here. Now if he punches, it's okay. Now we're here. And Dean's very good from the Jew Club. And as a matter of fact, Nate Marquardt was here last week, and he was showing me what he does when he has someone in his rubber guard and they do to him what he did to Dean, which is awesome. You fake Kimuras. You're here in mission control when you let that go, and now you sit up and you fake like you're going for a Kimura here, and look, now all you gotta do is come back, and you got this, which is brilliant. Nate Marquardt figured that out. So, you know, again, you know, we're just raising the percentages. You know, there's guys are gonna stack you, guys are gonna pull out, and you know, you might get smashed a couple of times. But for sure, the rubber guard makes it very hard for your opponent to hit you, and it offers way more options and higher percentage options for finishes. That's for sure. And flexibility is key. Key. Being able to flip your leg over and get that omoplata really quick without having to reach over and grab it. You got to be able to flip that thing over by itself real quick. If it takes you a second, if you clear the neck, you clear his neck, and it takes you a second to reach up, and you have to reach too far down, he'll stack you and you lose it, bam, and he fucks up the whole rubber guard. That's just a fraction of a second too late. So when you clear that neck, bam, you got to clear that neck, and your legs got to flip over. The main thing is clearing the neck, putting that neck on that, putting your forearm on that neck and controlling that neck. Not clearing the neck and then reaching for the leg. You clear the neck, you reach for the leg, he's gonna drive his head down and smash you. You gotta clear that neck and hold his neck there. Hold his neck there, and your legs gotta flip right there. You know, then you're in chill dog. You understand that? And that requires flexibility. You ultimately have to be able to do this without your hands. And that's just, you know, if you can't do that, like most people can, I got like 3 guys in my school that can do that. That means you could really, you need flexible hips, flexible groin, flexible knees. That is the ultimate goal, is to be able to flip those omoplatas over super easy. And that's huge. So you're pretty much there. You know, first you gotta be able to do this. You gotta be able to put your leg behind your head, which Dean can do, but also now you need knee flexibility. You know, see those guys with long dangling legs and they just come over, BJ Penn and shit? That's huge. The more flexible your knees are, then your legs work like arms. You know, and it just raises the percentage. I said, we're just raising the percentage. It's never gonna be 100%. So if you're looking for a guard that works 100% of the time, you know, you might have to do a lot of DMT, and you know, hopefully in some other dimension, you'll be some jiu-jitsu master that never, you know, gets his guard stacked. That's about it. Otherwise, in this dimension, your guard's gonna work at best 35%, best. Mine works 80%, but that's different. No, I'm kidding. Mine's about 22%. Any more questions? I think we're done. We're gonna end with this.
You want to do some?
We're gonna end with this.
You are listening